One thing I would change about this project is I would have spray painted it first and done that handle in a gold or a brass before I ever started. Let's paint. I would like to take this off, but I don't think I can get those off. Anyway, let's paint it. I am using Fusion's Cathedral Taupe. Gonna get a coat on here. I think I'm gonna put this on everywhere. I have been wanting to use Prima's new transfer. Trying to think what it's called. Ugh. But I can't tell you. Something Epoch? I don't know. Belle d'Epoch? Belle d'Epoch? I don't know. But it's pretty. Oh, it's right here. Belle Epoch Blooms. Now I'm probably butchering it, but. So, I don't know. I should be doing a million other things right now. Actually, I'm expecting a shipment from Prima right now that I paid extra for to get here ASAP. And I thought it would be here earlier today. So, I don't know. I'm getting really tired. So, I don't know if I will have the stamina to come live with it today. I got a feeling not. Because by the time I get it open and inventoried and online, it's gonna be another hour later at least. And like I said, it's not even here yet. So, and here I am in here. I was supposed to, in my mind I was cleaning, and then all of a sudden here I am making a project. And also, I wasn't gonna do any more of these by myself. I was gonna do them all on Facebook Lives so that I didn't have to edit any videos, but I don't really have to edit too much if I just talk through them instead of voiceovering later. So there's that. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. So I'm gonna finish up painting this and be right back. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, I didn't do the bottom, but again, I can do that later. Well, I lied. I see a couple more spots. I did get a smaller craft brush to do around this area. Shoot, I should have went and got some glasses when I was on my own. About need a refill. And I probably do need a second coat on here. I have not dried it or anything yet. I was just gone for like a minute, finishing up. And I don't know if I'll do anything extra on this top or not, or if it just needs a good solid paint coverage here. Or if we'll do a little bit of waxing. I'm feeling we'll probably do some wax around that area. Just to differentiate it, make it stand out a little bit. And I can always touch up this paint, put another coat on a little bit later too. Okay, I'm gonna dry it and be right back. Okay, I was gonna get this all measured out without being on camera because it's embarrassing the way I do things, but it's like I'm always so transparent, so why not let you see what a hot mess I am here too. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. Measuring does not work well for me. I mean, like regular measuring, so. And this was not what I thought I was gonna do, but. And there appears to be crap on my craft knife, so. Don't feel like I'm getting a good clean cut. Imagine that. Ooh, you know, water method might be a good way to go on this too. Do I have enough of this yet? So anyway, I guess I should say that I am gonna decoupage this print on here. This may look like a hot mess. This video may not ever see the light of day. You never know. Or it may be a so bad that it needs to see the light of day so that you know what not to do. And I may cut my finger off because I don't have my glasses. Or poke my eye out. It'll be a cautionary tale. Okay. This should be more than enough. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hope I didn't cut it too short. Definitely not. Okay. Okay. And I am gonna go to water method right here. And as always, all the items I'm using, all these supplies will be listed in the description box beneath the video. If I forget something, just ask. Because sometimes I do, or sometimes I think it's too basic and feel like it doesn't need to be listed. So just ask if I ever forget or overlook something. Let's hope I didn't cut that too short. Let's go on the longer side of it. And I know we got to do the bottom yet. Okay, let's see what we got. Just barely. I just knew I was going to come up way short. You know, kind of like when you're wrapping a Christmas present. I mean, maybe you've never done that. I mean, I've never done that either, but you know, some people have done that before. Okay, I'm going to use the water method because I just can't see jack squat. I feel like this might be safer. And obviously, you know, we got ways of fudging this. We'll add a little paint or wax if we're too short. I mean, we will be a little short. I mean, we will definitely add some paint or wax around the top and bottom to make it all blend together-ish, hopefully. You know how we do. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this is a Deborah Bucher paper. Can't think of the name of it right now, but okay, I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna take off just a little bit more over here. Now let's see how it lines up. Okay. Probably lose just a little bit in this area, because sanding it off is not really going to do us any good on this one. We're just going to end up sanding off paint because we got that ridge. But I would rather pull this off than have it way short. Although we can fudge it, but okay. All right, let's commence with our decoupage. I have out Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel. All right, let's just go with the seam here. Oh, and you know, I'm always transparent. I don't know if you can see that, which it looks kind of like crap because you could see when I was painting it, there was a label on there that I didn't peel the whole thing off because I knew we were decoupaging it and I just didn't care. But if you can see that, you probably can't see it that well. Oh yeah, you can. It's kind of moving around. That's where I had my heat gun on there too long. I was looking around for something and not watching what I was doing. So pay attention better than I do. So anyway, that's what that is. All right. I would like to have a nice, thin, even coverage. Do a section at a time, whatever I got on my brush here, I guess. Ish. We'll go with that. Make sure I have the print going the right way. You know, this one might be called newsprint. That would make sense. Carry on, but let's not put the big glob right under where we're about to pick up, because that will show through. So let's go thinly here. Nice, thin. Even coverage. And I know I usually spritz tissue paper, but not on something this small. I just don't think it's usually necessary. I should have moved this down a little though. Apparently I'm starting to go upwards. Oops. I might have some wrinkles just from going upwards. That's why I forgot. I don't like to do round things. Anybody else do that? You can see I'm starting to, and I think that's probably on there too good for me to shift the whole thing now, so I'm not gonna even try. So we're gonna have a lot more fudging to do on this bottom than I dreamed we would. So, note to self, next time I do a can or round thing, I need to really focus on that and maybe start a little lower or pay better attention or something. If I had a pretty ribbon or something to go around the bottom, that would be a good disguise. I don't know that I do. That is way off. Well, we might be able to disguise it with our transfer yet too. Just have to see how this plays out. Make sure I got that all up under my flap. And let's seal the whole thing. Oh, I won't be able to come right back and put the transfers on. We're gonna have to let this dry for hours at least. Otherwise, you may have seen me do this on Facebook Lives. I get all excited and forget that you cannot put a transfer on fresh decoupage. Not very easily. You might get lucky in places, but typically it's going to pull up your decoupage, maybe even your paint. And ideally, yeah, well, we're not doing that, but so yeah, you've got to let your decoupage dry. So I will dry it with the heat gun for a little bit, and then it's gonna have to sit. So we might be able to do some other stuff, but yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna have to go do something else. Maybe prep another project, or yeah, go check notifications and emails and stuff. I got plenty of other things to do. That's not a problem. But when I get in the zone like this, I just want to keep going. Okay, I think I've covered the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna dry that, and yeah, it's gonna be a while before we can get back to it, but that is how it looks right now. And you could quit there. I know I always say that, but I like that. I mean, you couldn't quit there because you gotta, I got a screw up down there that I gotta fix, so, but we'll get to that later. Okay, let's pick up where we left off-ish. I don't remember what we were talking about last time, but because it's been a few days. I feel like that was probably on Friday. And so yeah, here we are. It is now Tuesday, and I'm finally getting back to this. But I think I'm gonna go ahead with these. I'm kind of toying around. Like I said, this project has not been on my mind since Friday, so I don't remember if I was planning anything at all besides these gorgeous florals. I don't know. I know I was thinking kind of Halloweenish at one point, but I, for the life of me, do not remember anything else at this point. And it's a crappy morning here because the internet has been out for hours, and it's Technique Tuesday, so I'm trying to figure out a workaround. I'm trying to get this. This is not what we were going to do for Technique Tuesday, but I'm trying to get something done and edited and plop it in so that you have something for today. So anyway, I guess it's going to be this little project. And there should be a third sheet to this, but I don't see it. So we're just gonna, I guess, work with what's on these two sheets. Okay. All right, well, all right, these two sheets it is. So look what I found. I shut off the camera and I found it. So I found the third sheet. Okay. And it does have the little individual ones that I wanted. So, oh, and it's got little bees on there. How cute. And I don't see bees on the other sheets. Cool, okay. But back to my original problemo. I wanted to find something to disguise that faux pas there at the bottom. And it doesn't even have to cover the whole thing, just disguise it enough so that your eye isn't drawn to it. Still not seeing anything that great for it, but oh well, I might just go with that big flower there. And I would imagine the last thing I was talking about in the video from the other day, and we may just cut this straight across there. Yeah, we might do that. Well, straightish anyway. When you put transfers on decoupage, that decoupage has to be dry. And I don't mean like just dry to the touch, I mean dry. Otherwise, it is going to pull up your decoupage and it's going to be a mess and you're going to hate your life. Trust me, I have done it. And I have done it on live video more than once. And I just think, oh, I'll just dry it a little bit longer with the heat gun. But no, that doesn't work. You might get parts of it that'll take, but it just inevitably just walk away. At least give it a few hours. Preferably overnight. Otherwise, you're just gonna regret it. So, like I said, this has had several days now because, like I said, I think this was Friday. I think I was starting to clean up my area in here, and then I got distracted by this little can and wanting to use these pretty flowers, and then it was Saturday, and it was a girls' weekend here with me and Sadie and Stella, because Greg and Courtney went to a thing out of town. And so I had the house to myself. So I was overwhelmed with, I want to say, excitement over the potential of all the things I could get done with no interruptions. And so yeah, I worked on a lot of stuff in the house as far as cleaning, cleaning out bathroom closets and all the things that don't really show, and cleaning in my bedroom, cleaning under the bed, just, yeah, putting away clothes from my suitcase from traveling a couple weeks ago, you know, just the things that have been bugging me that haven't been getting done. And yeah, I wanted to get so much more done, but Sadie got a haircut and a bath. Stella got a bath. Tammy's back hurts like heck from bending over Sadie for so long, because that's a big dog and a lot of hair to be trying to cut. And then bending over her to give her a bath, and whew, that was Saturday evening, being bent over both of those dogs and cutting hair and bathing them. So yeah, that took a lot. That's my back is still killing me from that. But yeah, I wanted to get so much more done, but it is what it is. I did what I could, and I'm happy with what I got done, but you know, we always want more. And I was up till 2:30 in the morning. But oh well. And then I did not wake up until 9. I slept like a log. So it was all good though. And I don't normally sleep that late, but it was so dark in my room, so cool. I had the AC as cool as I wanted it. Greg doesn't like it as cool as I do, so. And he wasn't there snoring, and one of the dogs was blocking the bed so that the other dog couldn't get up there, so I had no dogs in the bed. So I'd worn myself out and had it nice and cold, and I slept like a log. And then got up and got back at it. I think they got home around 3:30 or 4. So yeah, I still didn't, just, you know, I wanted to have them walk in and be like, wow, look at everything she got done. But of course I cleaned out spice cabinets and cabinets in the kitchen, and you know, it was all stuff that's just not that noticeable. But I mean, you'll see it, but not right away. But makes me feel good to get that stuff done. But yeah, I was so torn between, do I come in here and tear up my studio and work in here, or get the things done in the house? And the house won. We could use these at the top if I needed them, but I don't think I need it at the top. That's what I cut off the bottom there. So I think I'm gonna see if I can use one of these whole sections down here. So that was my weekend. They were going to an outdoor event. Tammy doesn't do outdoor events in the summer heat. I can't. And it was an excessively hot weekend here, as I'm sure it was for most of you. I think it was like 95 degrees and like 90% humidity. I can't. It just makes me extremely irritable. We've got a wedding to go to in August, but he informed me. He's like, I found out it is all inside. I'm like, okay, good deal. Otherwise, that would be a no bueno. Because August is usually still pretty hot here. You can get an unusually not so hot day, but it doesn't usually happen. Right now, it's just that you walk outside and you're immediately damp. No, thank you. I've got things I need to do outside, but they're just gonna have to wait. Have to wait for cooler weather. Don't know how my guys work out in it, but you know, they're hardened to it to a certain extent. I am not. And I used to work out in it. I used to work on my furniture outside in the sun so I could get a tan, but and that's one thing, I can work in it easier than I can just sitting in it. Like if I've gotten dressed up to look cute and put on makeup, and then got to sit there and feel like, you know, and sweat with my makeup on, feel like my face is sweating off, and no, I'd rather be working in it than trying to be cute in it. Sorry, this is the conversations we have when I'm forced to talk. And there's nothing else to do but rub on a transfer. Oh, now Courtney says the internet is back, but I think we're still going with this because I am too tired and irritable probably to go ahead with anything else this afternoon. Because my husband's snoring is getting to me. I think I was awake for 3 hours in the middle of the night. Which part of it was the dog, little Miss Stella, was down by my feet and had me in a weird position. So I woke up and then he was snoring, and then it started storming too, so I had to turn the TV up, which Stella has started to lose her hearing. So it's good and bad. So she doesn't hear as well as she used to because storms really freak her out. So luckily I was able to turn up the TV, and she did not wake up for either storm that went through. And I kind of flopped a blanket over her ear, but between all that and the snoring, yeah, I lost a good 3 hours of sleep last night. And I spent a good 2 hours this morning trying to figure out how to put a different video onto YouTube. An older one that's a good one. But apparently you can't do that. Once it's already been on YouTube, you can't just repost it. So I lost a good 2 hours trying to do that, just using my Wi-Fi, which is slow. So I've lost a lot of time today screwing around trying to get a workaround to post something that I couldn't even do. So now here I am trying to do this video. And I'll still have to, I'm not going to edit it much, but I got to do a certain amount just to even get it onto YouTube. So I'm sorry guys, this is what it is going to be today. Just because I've already lost so much time, I've got to get on to something else. I just feel, yeah, so far behind, which, like I said, Saturday and Sunday I spent on the house, which, you know, I normally work weekends. I got lucky my finger didn't pull that off. And then, you know, I just came back from Mastermind, and I have not had a chance to hardly implement anything. I'm just feeling overwhelmed with all the things right now. I still don't have a new paper company to print for me. I got somebody who says they have the things, but it's been like 3 weeks, and no, they haven't gotten me any quotes yet. So, and another somebody who says they're going to try to print it on their printer, and they got the printer a week ago, and now I know they're going out of town, so that's not going to happen for another week at least. So I'm going to have to keep searching because I just can't keep waiting on people. So yeah, it's just a lot of irons in the fire. I'm just very, very overwhelmed right now. Okay, what else do we want to fill in here? This looks very fallish, I think. Oh, I had thought of making it Halloween-like. Should we try to put that on there? I know some people think, oh, you're just going to ruin it now. I'm not going to put that on there, but you could. It is resin, so we'd have to heat it up to make it bendable on there, but I'm going to save that spot for a bee. Well, I thought I needed that there, but that's really not that. I could, I mean, since I've already taken it off the paper. Okay, and make sure all these are down. I know I hit some of these already with the polishing pad, but I gotta try try to get the supply list in here yet too. Still short there, but let's see if I got anything I could fill that in with. If I got a flower laying sideways, did I use that whole sheet? Kind of looks like I did. Nope, I got a piece there. Oh, I wanted to put a bee on there. These bees are so stinking cute. Okay. Yeah, oh, what about that other piece that I had? That little piece that we cut off, I wonder if that would... We might try to put that on there. Why not? Just disguise a little bit. Ooh, I didn't want to. No need to put it over on that stem. Put a little bit of it there. Maybe a little bit here. It's not perfect, but what is, right? Perfectly imperfect. If anybody's looking this close at it, then that's on them, right? I was gonna use black wax on here, but I definitely think I want brown. Actually, I think I might just use umber paste now. Okay. Oh, I don't know that I can get much out of that one, but okay, let's see if I have a teeny brush here. Oh yeah, let's see. Don't I forget, if I do forget before we get off of here, since we put transfers on there, I do want to seal it with some Fusion Tough Coat. Just in case I don't remember to do it before we get off of here, but I've got it out, so that might help me remember. Okay. And let's see if I can get enough out of this container. Not much in there. I don't know if I have another one here. There it is. Okay, so this is antique paste in umber. Let's just go around here first. Do a little antiquing. I wish I could have gotten this handle out of there, but I was not talented enough to get that out. Just gonna antique in some places. Grunge it up, grunge it down, whatever you want to call it. Brown it down. Oh, Stella, can you just wait a little bit? And the less I have on my brush or finger or whatever, the more control I'm gonna have over it. Okay, and let's make sure I got that rubbed in so there's no excess sitting there, which I can rub it with a rag here in a little bit too. Make sure I don't have any excess sitting there. I'm gonna go around the bottom. So just going around the bottom, around the edges, anywhere I think I want it to look grungy, antique-y. And I don't think you can even tell anymore that our paper was short. Between our transfer and our umber paste, I think we're okay. We'll do the same thing up here. There, our paper was a little short there too. I'm just kind of disguising it just a little bit, blending it in, whatever you want to call it. You could add paint too if you wanted. I think this is a more natural look, more organic looking, I guess. I'm just gonna add it a few other spots too, maybe. You know, I like the grungy look. Or maybe you don't, but I do. I like grungy, antique-y. look. So you don't have to do this part if you don't like it, obviously. But yeah, this umber paste, I love it for grunging things, antiquing, browning it down, whatever you call it. I think it adds a lot to it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in a little more. So there isn't hardly anything on my brush. Just enough. So we'll go ahead and seal this too. First, I want to take a little, just take this little shop towel and see if there's any excess anywhere. You could put some little flowers in there if you wanted to, or yeah, I don't know what else you would really put in there. It's not very big, so some fall flowers would probably be your best bet. I don't know if you're ever gonna see this part of it, but you might want to put a little bit around the edge there. And on the top. Okay, so that's what it looks like. We'll go ahead and seal it real quick. And you know, if you're a bow person, you could add a cute little bow, you know, put it on the side in some fall fabric. You know, I'm thinking a fabric bow. Like a raggedy little, not raggedy, but you know, yeah, like a rag bow type dealio. Might be cute on there. I'm not much on bows, but I'm kind of liking some of the little rag bow things a little bit. Okay, this is Fusion's Tough Coat in Matte. I'm just gonna do it like that. And honestly, since it's just home decor, it's probably not a huge deal if we didn't seal it, but you know, transfers are supposed to be sealed. And if the project was any bigger than this, I would pour the sealer out into something, but since it's just such a small project, I'm just getting by pouring it on there and on my brush. So again, I apologize. Today is just a little bitty quick project and not exciting at all. But I'm having a time. Like I said, with the internet this morning, that's just threw me over the edge. And like I said, we just got it back apparently, but I've lost so much time already that I can't get back. And then if I would do a go live on there again, then I'm gonna lose another 2 hours plus, probably. At least an hour, depending on how long I go, which, you know, I tend to go very long. So we're gonna have to stick with this. So So there it is. Nothing too exciting. I think it's cute, but you know, I've done cuter things. Let's dry it a little bit so I can hold it up for you. Okay, so you could do something like that or something much bigger because there are lots more, you know, transfers. That was only one page and we didn't even use the whole page. And of course, if you were to use that, this paper, it's a whole paper that's like 21 by 29-ish. So you got a whole paper there too. So you could get a lot more projects out of this, or one bigger project or whatever. So anyway, and where's that little bee at? There he is. He almost gets lost in the print. But so that's it. Again, I apologize for it being such a short and sweet little video, and I need to paint the bottom yet. But anyway, that's all I got for now. Well, I will see you next week, hopefully with a much more exciting project. Bye for now.